So, hi everybody, and welcome back to the Unreal Engine 5 tutorial series for beginners. And it's an overview. And in this video, which is 21, we are doing what? We are going and watch here some modis. Last time we stopped, I think, with the landscape. We created this landscape here. And now I docked this one again here. So I have this at preset. Oh, wrong. I don't dock this here. And now I go here on top to select mode, click on it, and I talk only a little bit about this foliage mode, which I can't demonstrate here because I have no foliage assets, but I explain you what this is in a short overview. So I click on it and then you see we have here a menu, and I give you just the idea what will happen. So you will create here something like grass, right? Let's say we want to create here grass. Instead of putting all the grass one by one with a hand, they use something like a foliage mode. Then you go here, then you drop here your grass static mesh assets. It's called here foliage asset. The problem is we have here no foliage assets at the starter content, so I can't demonstrate you the grass and so on. But later you just drop the grass here. Then what you do is you just scale this brush size, which is then, you saw it here in the paint mode, that is just a big brush, and then you click on it and it will place it automatically here where you click on it. That's it. And of course you can here drop many different grass, trees, or whatever you define as a foliage, and then you can make amazing jungle. You can make many things here with that. Actually, you can even drop here something which is not grass and make up buildings. I think it's even possible to drop here buildings and make here a building landscape. But normally you drop there trees and grass and different kind of grass so that it looks amazing. And when you watch on YouTube, there are many people who make this big nice landscapes, and there you will need something like that. So let's go on. The mesh paint I can theoretically demonstrate here, but this one is not so big, not so a big deal. So what does this mean is you are painting just the meshes which you have. So you will set here a color anywhere, and then you will select anyhow what you want paint, and then you go here for the paint mode, select the color, and then you have again a brush here, which is most times a circle, and then you can here size this circle and the strength, and then start painting. For example, let's say I want to have here on top white snow hills, and here on bottom I want a for example brown road, and here I want something, I don't know, here I want some gray stones or so. Then you can select these colors here anywhere, and then choose it which color you need, and then just go here over it and then make the color which you want. We are not going to do this because I said this earlier. It's better to learn this while you are really creating a landscape, and then they explain it how to set this up and how to use it properly. And we continue. This is enough for our overview. And yeah, then here modeling, here's two things to mention. So in general, modeling was not in Unreal Engine. It was possible actually, but not really you have not the features which a model program has. For example, there are different kind of programs out there, third-party programs. Perhaps you heard of them. Blender is a free one, which I use because it's free. And there is other 3D models like Maya and 3D Max and so on. And these programs are real 3D model programs, and normally you model there and then you import things here in Unreal Engine. But they changed it a little bit, at least they try, and you can see it now. You have the ability to model at least some basic shapes. For example, we already had basic shapes, but we had I think we had not this option here, create poly model and tree model and so deform and so on. Perhaps some of them there was. I never modeled so much, but I think they extended this version here, and now we can model. What I mean with model is, for example, you have here a box. Let's click it. And then you have here all the options to set, and then you can build here, for example, I don't know, you can build here a house with it if you have the skill and so on. I have it not. And then you build it so on and so on. You can make here a wall. This is probably the worst approach it's possible, and so nobody would make this approach, but whatever. I wanted to only show you that you can build up with that and model some basic shapes, basic things and so on. So let's get rid of this and let me show you a little bit more in modeling. Yeah, there is nothing much to say. The only thing which is very important here to notice is normally you model outside, like I said, in a third-party program, and this takes of course much time to learn because you need to learn the third-party program and all the model process and so on. But if you want to create assets, if you want to create static meshes and props and whatever, then you have to do that. This Unreal Engine here on the other side is just for more like a prototyping, I think, because you want just model fast here in Unreal, or you want to try a little bit modeling here in Unreal Engine and create some nice things without using any third-party program, and very basics. I think perhaps I'm wrong because they have added here many functionalities, and depends on your knowledge, you can create really good things here. Okay, that said, let's go on a little bit. We have fracture. The fracture means when you look here closely, all these little icons, then you see they look like broken, and fracturing means that more or less. So you have, for example, a asset here, a big house or stone, and if the house or the stone is hit by anything, it breaks, and when it breaks, then it breaks in fracture. That's why it's called fracture, because then you can set how it breaks and how many pieces, how big the pieces are, and so on. And this one you watch also in a video when you create a fracture. For example, you create, I don't know, here a big stone, and when you shot it, or hit it, then it should break, something like that. All right, then we have brush editing, and actually the brush editing I never did, so I have no clue. Let's skip this. And animation, this one is actually new too, I think. I mean, animation in general is not new, but the animation mode here, I don't know, or I never used it, because normally you use an animation on other places. There is an animation tab, a full big place for that. It's not here, so let's skip this as well. You can watch this both to I don't know. Okay, let's skip that. We change back to our select mode. This is all time. Select mode is the standard mode, the default mode, where we can select here and have our right panel with our outliner and our details panel. So that's it for this one. And in the next video, I think we are going, if I am right, we have discovered here many things, but what we not discovered is there are many this window. We will discover a little bit this window here again. I never talked about this really. I will only show you which I think is very important, because you can see here is a lot of options to create, and I show you which I think it's at start at least very important. Later, of course, will be all anyhow important when you are on the place, but at start there's very few important, and many other things you will never see, only if you are really doing something like that. Okay, let's stop the video here, and in the next video we are talking about this menu a little bit. So bye.